Antarctica stands as perhaps the most enigmatic and least explored continent on our planet in the 21st century. The general population is surprisingly unaware of its actual dimensions or form. This misunderstanding may stem from the typical portrayal of Antarctica as a vague and contorted shape on flat maps, where it sometimes isn't even included. Contrary to popular belief, Antarctica is the fifth largest continent, surpassing even Australia and Europe in size, resembling South America more closely in scale. To truly appreciate Antarctica's expanse, comparing it with a more familiar landmass like North America is insightful. The landmass of Antarctica, when superimposed over the continental U.S., reveals that it is substantially larger than the 48 contiguous states. The expanse from the Antarctic Peninsula to the continent's opposite edge can be likened to the distance between the Canadian Arctic Islands and Mexico. When positioned over Europe, Antarctica would stretch from the far northern Atlantic toward Ireland, extending to Iran and Iraq in the southeast, and deep into the mid-Atlantic to the west. This vast territory remains almost entirely devoid of human life, with the population fluctuating between 1,000 and 4,000 people, typically higher during the summer months, and dwindling significantly during the long, harsh winters where darkness prevails and temperatures can plummet. The extreme conditions aren't the only deterrents to human habitation. Antarctica's remote location makes access incredibly difficult. The nearest significant settlement is Ushuaia, located in southern Argentina, approximately 1,000 kilometers from the Antarctic Peninsula. This relatively short distance is complicated by the treacherous Drake Passage, notorious for its perilous waters, where both the Southern and Pacific Oceans converge freely into the Atlantic. This unique location allows unrestrained ocean currents and winds to operate around the globe, resulting in violent seas, particularly during severe weather that can generate waves nearly 20 meters, 65 feet high. The daunting navigation required to cross this passage and the considerable distances separating Antarctica from nearby lands like Africa and Australia explain why it eluded human sight until the 19th century, when an exploration by a Russian vessel led to the first recorded sighting of the land. In 1820, even after more than 2 centuries, much about this isolated territory remains unknown, particularly concerning the hidden realms beneath the immense Antarctic ice sheet. With ice covering over 98% of the land, only a limited amount of terrain is visible. Spanning on average over 2 kilometers thick, the Antarctic ice sheet can reach depths approaching 5 kilometers, comparable to stacking 6 of the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building globally. As a result, over 61% of the world's freshwater is trapped within this frozen mass. The melting of the ice could potentially raise global sea levels by about 60%, posing catastrophic threats to regions like Florida and other significant coastal areas in the U.S. The ice's impressive thickness has led to the consensus that we currently know more about the surfaces of distant celestial bodies, such as Mars, than what lies beneath this thick layer of ice. To explore the underground landscape, we typically deploy aircraft to send radio waves through the ice, analyzing their reflections to build a rudimentary understanding of the hidden terrain. However, due to Antarctica's vastness, mapping its entire expanse through this method would be prohibitively expensive and time-consuming. Consequently, our knowledge of the subglacial features remains limited. Based on current hypotheses, if the ice melted away, what we recognize as the Antarctic Peninsula would be revealed as a distinct archipelago, known informally as Lesser Antarctica, while the bulk of the continent, termed Greater Antarctica, would remain submerged, resembling the landmass of Australia, These regions differ in geological composition, with Greater Antarctica exhibiting ancient igneous and metamorphic rocks, whereas Lesser Antarctica consists of younger sedimentary and volcanic formations, notably part of the seismic Great Pacific Ring of Fire, which has been active for around 35 million years. Among the many secrets Antarctica conceals is Mount Erebus, the continent's tallest and southernmost active volcano, featuring a persistent lake of molten lava. In close proximity, the temperature averages around 17 degrees Celsius, dropping even lower during the brutal winter months, with extreme lows reaching 62 degrees Celsius, capable of causing frostbite within mere minutes. Nevertheless, this harsh environment harbors unexplored ecosystems beneath the ice. Research has shown that the volcanic heat has carved a vast network of pathways through the icy depth, with temperatures in these subglacial caves soaring up to 25 degrees Celsius, potentially hosting forms of life not yet detected. In recent investigations, evidence was found in cave systems beneath Mount Erebus, indicating the presence of algal and moss DNA, as well as additional genetic traces from unclassified small animal species, possibly crustaceans akin to shrimp, centipedes, or spiders. Remarkably, 15 other active or semi-active volcanoes across Antarctica might host similar subglacial environments, suggesting numerous hidden ecosystems are waiting to be discovered. Flying over Antarctica has revealed complex terrains beneath the ice, complete with valleys, riverbeds, and hills, echoing landscapes found on other continents yet concealed beneath the ice. The 2019 discovery of the world's deepest canyon, located beneath the Denman Glacier and plunging to 5 kilometers deep, highlights how much geography lies undiscovered underneath Antarctica's frozen surface. For context, this canyon's depth rivals that of the average Atlantic Ocean depth, dwarfing the Grand Canyon in the U.S. A notable geographical feature discovered in the late 1950s was the Gamburtsev mountain range beneath the ice, stretching approximately 200 kilometers with elevations nearing 700 meters. This mountain range, hidden for centuries, exemplifies the wealth of unknown landscapes beneath the thick layers of ice. Geophysicists have noted anomalies in eastern Antarctica, where the gravitational force seems inexplicably weaker than expected. In 2006, it was suggested that this area contained an ancient meteorite impact crater, yet no samples have confirmed this theory due to the extreme remoteness and depth of the ice covering. If validated, it would surpass the size of other known impact sites, creating a compelling narrative about Earth's geological history. Additionally, Antarctica's hidden subglacial lakes, numbering approximately 675, emerged in the early 1990s. Among these, Lake Vostok, discovered around 4 kilometers below the ice, is the 6th largest lake in the world, potentially hosting life that has evolved for millions of years in isolation. In 2012, Russian researchers successfully drilled into the lake, though initial samples faced criticism for contamination. Yet subsequent studies hinted at unique bacterial species, sparking interest in the possibility of undiscovered life forms existing in these concealed waters, which could inform our understanding of life on other celestial bodies like Jupiter's moon Europa. With the Weddell Sea revealed to harbor massive oil reserves, a recent discovery emphasized Antarctica's potential value. An estimated 511 billion barrels of oil were located near contested territorial claims among various countries. This revelation has the potential to reignite territorial disputes in Antarctica, although current international treaties bar resource exploitation until 2048. Presently, numerous countries maintain research stations across Antarctica, operating under the framework of the Antarctic Treaty, which was established to promote scientific investigation while preserving the continent from commercial aggression. Argentina and Chile have established permanent settlements in Antarctica, enhancing their claims in anticipation of future resource exploitation, illustrated by their historical efforts to ensure native births in Antarctica. These conflicts extend to nearby regions like the Falkland Islands, where territorial disputes with the UK have led to international tensions, highlighting how geopolitical interests can shape engagement in these frozen territories. As we look ahead, the outcome of future discussions about the Antarctic Treaty, combined with the geopolitical landscape, may determine the continent's fate and shape how nations pursue the possibly vast untapped resources lying beneath the ice. The anticipated thawing ice may soon lead us into greener pastures, or deeper conflicts,